Kazakh experts say that Kızılağaç tragedy is only the first weak link in a series of possible emergencies. The next report has more on what to expect in the near future from the hydrotechnical facilities of the country.
The tragedy in Kızılağaç happened because of the human error. 10 years of carelessness towards the fate of the dam resulted in deaths of dozen local residents.
Our establishment and officials do not have enough brains to understand that they built their cottages on the most dangerous seismic and landslip of Almaty city, which will go down first in any new emergency.
The tragedy was the example of several factors coming together: poor weather conditions, lack of the single emergency monitoring center, and imperfect legislations. Kızılağaç is only the first alarm. Dams in the earthquake-prone Almaty region will sustain mud flows, but not after earthquakes.
40 million cubic meters were flushed in Aksai, but the dam in Almaty was engineered to handle only 12. The fourfold excess will act as a negative factor. There will be a temporary slowdown followed by an impulse.
According to Vadim Vinohodov, the Kızılağaç dam passport was one of the best in the country. The last overhaul maintenance was held back in 1998, more than a decade ago. This is a lot even for new anti-mud flow installations.
I think even the new installations are outdated. The problem was exposed with this first emergency.
Experts know the need of urgent inventory of all hydrotechnical facilities in Kazakhstan. All dams should be also equipped with warning systems. Kızılağaç did not have even a simple alarm which could be sounded in the case of the dam's integrity breach. What happened in the Almaty region is a result of mass negligence. According to the preliminary calculations, the systematic mistakes cost to the state more than $47 million, and what is worse, several dozens of people's lives.
Meanwhile, even after the Kızılağaç tragedy, the authorities of the Almaty region continue to ignore problems of local villages that have to deal with annual thaw and its consequences. Almost 20 houses were recently flooded in the village of Yeşilölmez. Apparently, officials are willing to act only when the situation can reach the scale of a national emergency.
The water is talking not only in the yard but also inside of the house. Over 20 houses went under the river mud in the village of Yeşilölmez in the Almaty region. The nature has once again struck the local residents unexpectedly. Every spring the Kusaka River overflows, with water flooding crop fields, gardens and houses. Kairat Adilbekov's dwelling may collapse at any moment. The water undermined the foundation, and to prevent the collapse of the walls, Adilbekov had to prop them up.
My family lives in my brother's now, but he has a small three-room house where we have to sleep on the floor.
People have to abandon their homes, and that is why they demand to allocate the money at least to repair the old constructions. Residences in the village are not separated from the field by a deep ditch. The villagers place the responsibility for the situation on the regional administration deputy, Viktor Khilnichenko, who owns the land. The initiative group decided to file the demand, asking Khilnichenko to create a deep ditch on his land and build a fence. However, the official was not found at his workplace. Khilnichenko owns this land, and if the people will make some changes without his approval, they will be fined. Representatives of the area administration expressed no desire to talk about the problems of Yeşilölmez villagers.
Talk to the deputy administrator on the emergencies. He can explain everything.
Unfortunately, the emergencies official also escaped from journalists. Villagers say that every single spring bureaucrats pretend this problem does not exist, even though they know that local residents have to literally swim to reach their houses.
These were all the latest updates from Kazakhstan. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye.